Angleterre. La dernière fois, c'était en mai, le 4 mai. Le score était de 82 du côté de la France, 128 du côté de l'Angleterre. On va voir ce que ça va donner ce soir. Et c'était l'hymne choisi par l'équipe de France Roller Derby. Alors ce n'est pas la Marseillaise, on tient à le rappeler. C'est sur la musique, mais les paroles ont été changées. Vous pouvez les trouver sur leurs réseaux sociaux afin de chanter avec eux. On les entend aussi parfois dans les tribunes, alors n'hésitez pas.
And there you have it, England Roller Derby. Their path to this medal game included a win over Mexico, 324 to 50. They defeated Belgium, 236 to 26. Argentina, a great game, 142 to 80. And this morning, they were edged out by Australia, 133 to 114, as Australia would take on the U.S. after this. Quick look at France's path here. They took on Austria, Finland, Netherlands. Great game against Sweden yesterday, 138 to 108, pulling out the victory. And then a defeat this morning, USA 226 to France 63. So both teams coming off a loss this morning, but having success all weekend otherwise. We are back on the S1 track for this game. It is game 79.
On entend les spectateurs ici à Innsbruck, c'est assez impressionnant. Hein. On est sur une jauge de 6000 personnes. C'est quand même pas rien. Vous avez le droit de chanter aussi du côté des supporters français, où que vous soyez dans la France.
Chanting from the crowd as this house is packed and filling up. I have a speculation that it's going to be very loud here very shortly.
Oui, ça va être très très serré. Ça risque même d'être très technique. On va voir ça tout de suite. Ça va commencer. Premier jam. On partira avec Chloé David face à Miss T. Maven sur cette WFTD Jam Line.
On the WFTDI Jam Line, it is Miss T. Maven for England, and for France, Chloe David will be donning the star. Free jam positioning, and they're off. Moose.
Misty Maven qui a pris solide en intérieur.
Lead jam, Misty Maven had 100% lead jam in the first game of this weekend, has been nearly perfect all tournament.
Chloé David qui avait enlevé son cover pour passer ce pack, mais c'était sans compter sur Misty Maven qui a collé la fin de ce jam. 3 premiers points pour England Roller Derby dans cette finale pour la 3e place.
We have our first penalty of the game. Number 19, Sweeney from France is headed to the Sisu Mouthguards penalty box. It'll be a 4-3 jam start in Jam 2. Moose, who do we have lined up with the Jammer Stars?
On a sur cette ligne la numéro 13, la moche en intérieur du côté de équipe de France Roller Derby. De l'autre côté, Team England, on a Fairy Cake. Oh, la moche en intérieur. Premier lead jam du côté d'équipe de France Roller Derby avec le sourire, toujours avec le sourire. La moche, c'est très agréable à regarder.
Lead jammer Limoges as she comes around into the pack on the scoring pass. It's tapped out right there, but will re-engage. Early penalty trouble for both teams. One is out of the box. Sweeney is released, but both teams will start with a blocker apiece in our Sisu Mouthguard penalty box.
3 premiers points pour l'équipe de France Roller Derby. Pivot français, Bonita Gueule du côté de la Sisu Guard Penalty Box. Bloqué du côté d'England Roller Derby.
We have an official timeout. And we'll take this time to remind you that Sisu Guard penalty box is brought to us by Sisu Mouthguards. Ultra thin, battle tested, and built for bold athletes who play loud and hit louder. Trusted by derby skaters worldwide, Sisu is the official mouthguard of the Roller Derby World Cup. So, Moose, would love to hear your thoughts on France coming into this game and how they've looked this weekend.
Incroyable. Je pense que ça va être très incroyable. Ça va être quelque chose de fort. Et je pense que l'équipe de France recherche l'écart de points au maximum, ce qui va être difficile, je pense. Et en même temps, on peut s'attendre à une grosse surprise aussi. J'ai pas encore vraiment de pronostic pour l'instant. On va attendre un peu, Eke.
Want to mention Limoges in that last jam, as the jammer has had a spectacular weekend. Strong candidate for most valuable jammer, has been consistently spectacular. But again, another strong contender, Misty Maven. As I said, lead percentage has been extremely high, was clutch in the game yesterday, and of course this morning.
Oui, on a vu de très belles actions de la part des deux jammers alignés sur la WFTD Jamline entre hier et ce matin. Ça risque d'être intéressant.
And we are off. Official timeout is over. We're back with jam number 3.
Ellis, côté England. Roller Derby qui prend le lead.
Lead jammer Ellis for England. Ziggy Star past the jammer for France. Getting out of the pack at the apex.
Ziggy qui a réussi à sortir de ce pack et qui se retrouve très rapidement devant le bout du pack. Ellis a appelé la fin du jam avant l'arrivée de Ziggy.
Ellis bumped out going into turn 1 and calls it from the outfield. That'll end jam number 3. 2 points for England, bringing their total to 8, 3 for France.
36-15 Tamer du côté d'équipe de France Roller Derby. Le numéro 4, Delta Strike, côté England.
Delta Strike for England, taking on Tamer for France.
Regardez comme ça tient bien. Hein. Du côté français aussi. L'Angleterre qui a eu un triangle très solide également. Tamer qui essaie de trouver la brèche. C'était un mur à 4 bloqueux.
Waterfall blocking, recycling back in front. Both jammers caught up. France going to lose a blocker to the penalty box. Quick offense there played by England's pivot to shake up the French defense. And they're doing a phenomenal job of bridging.
Oui. Staginator. Ellie Love qui essaie de retenir au maximum le jam du côté de England. Jusqu'au bout, il retrouve.
Love a little too aggressive, picking up a penalty there. And we've got 2 French blockers to the box. Joining one already standing, so it's a micro pack of 1 blocker up against Delta Strike, who finishes a scoring pass and then calls the jam.
12 du côté d'England Roller Derby, 4 nouveaux points du côté de l'Angleterre, 3 équipe de France.
12-3 our score. 4 minutes, 18 seconds off the clock here in this bronze medal game.
Chloé David, Misty Maven.
Chloé David and Misty Maven off the start line.
Ouh, ce switch. Est-ce qu'il a été compté? Non. Chloé David qui se fait recycler par le numéro 22 du côté Angleterre. Misty Maven qui en a profité pour prendre ce lead.
Chloé David was nearly through picking up lead, but F. Betts took it down to the infield. About time for Misty Maven to pick up lead for England.
Retour sur le track. Les 2 bloqueuses de l'équipe de France Roller Derby. L'équipe de France qui va essayer d'aider au maximum.
French blockers out of the pack, back into the action, and Misty Maven pushes through the swarm of bodies, finishing scoring pass.
4 nouveaux points du côté de Misty Maven.
England loses a blocker to the box.
Le triangle français qui tient. Ah, c'est du 1-1 du côté de Jam England. Lilove jusqu'au bout. Whoop.
And we've got a power jam for England, or rather, not. That's what I get for listening to the house announcers. They just got a little excited. There was a penalty, but we've got a French blocker in the box going into this next jam. This is not a power jam.
11 nouveaux points pour England Roller Derby, ce qui fait 23-3 pour le moment.
There's now 3 scoreless jams for France so far. And that'll be 4 after that jam. Big thanks going to Sonic, our intrepid producer, making us sound far more intelligent than I am, at least. I won't speak for Moose. You can speak for yourself in multiple languages, and I barely speak English, and not even proper Queen's English. Sorry, English roller derby fans, couldn't get one of your own on here. You're stuck with your, one of the people from across the pond. Happy to be here, though. It's been an amazing weekend. I've seen so much good roller derby. Any favorite games prior to this one for you, Moose?
Yep. My favorite one was USA Fuego Latino.
Yeah?
Yeah. Pretty loved.
Fuego had an amazing game against Wales, too, to open up the weekend. That was great. I think for myself, Sweden-Argentina was up there. Sweden pulling out the victory in the very last jam. Oh, what an incredible matchup. Unfortunately, I personally didn't have a chance to see USA play at all this weekend. Have to wait until after this. Excited for that one, of course. Australia, USA will be the final game of the tournament. Playing for gold. Can USA keep atop the heap? Or will they be usurped by Australia?
En attente du coup de sifflet pour la reprise de ce jam, le numéro 5 de cette première partie. La moche, Fairy Quake qui sont alignés sur cette WTD Jam Line. Changement de jam du côté de England Roller Derby. Ce n'est plus Fairy Cake. Petit changement du côté des line-up, ça fait du bien de temps en temps. On aligne les différents gabarits, les différentes techniques, les joueurs qui sont potentiellement compatibles ensemble. Ellis du côté d'England Roller Derby.
Yeah, a little change right before the jam start. Ellis takes the start for England and picks up lead jammer just into the turn. La Moche is jamming for France.
La Moche qui a passé ce pack, qui va arriver dans son passage marquant. Oh, jam du côté d'England Roller Derby qui appelle la fin de ce jam. Mais je crois que la Moche a réussi à marquer 3 points de plus en passant pour équipe de France Roller Derby, pardon. 6-27 pour le moment.
3 points on the jam for France, bringing their total up to 6. England with 4. Their total now at 27. 6 minutes and 54 seconds have evaporated off this clock. Game moving quickly. Back to the action moves.
Alors, c'est là qu'on revoit Fairy Cake qui est aligné contre Ziggy Starpass.
Ziggy
Starpass en toute impulsivité, qui essaye l'intérieur. Recyclage par la numéro 86 du côté England Roller Derby. Oh, l'impact fort dans ce mur anglais. Si ça fonctionne, non. Oh. Retour.
Going back to re-establish an opportunity to get lead here, was nearly out of the pack after being dragged back by Sue Drone. Almost out, but the pivot for England knocked her to the infield. The pivot did go down. She could have continued, but would not have been lead jammer. Lead still open and available for one of these two jammers. Very quick for England.
Passage de Ziggy Starpass.
And Ziggy Starpass does pick up lead jammer.
La défense anglaise qui s'est reformée très rapidement avant l'arrivée de Ziggy. Ziggy qui impacte très fort.
And it took 58 seconds for a jammer to get lead in this jam. Seen some incredible defensive performances from England this weekend. One of the most locked down tripods in the game.
Alors ça peut durer très longtemps. Il faut que ça bouge un moment, il faut aller aider parce que sinon on peut rester bloqué un petit peu dans ce virage. Ça y est, Bonita Gull qui a essayé de faire une assist. Mais Ziggy qui est envoyé en penalty, une assist ou guard penalty box. C'est donc un power jam du côté England.
Power jam for England as Ziggy Starpass had got knocked out of bounds, and great awareness by the English pack to run back and draw the cut. So it is a power jam here for Very Quick.
Ziggy qui a été envoyé en penalty box pour un cut. Ce sera donc un power start du côté anglais.
Power jam will carry over into this next jam. It'll be jam number 8 in the first half. 4 points for France on that last one, bring their total to 10. 28 now for England.
Et oui, Ziggy qui avait réussi à mettre 4 points dans ce dernier jam, 10 pour la France, 28 pour England Roller Derby. Delta qui a donc toute la place de pouvoir agencer sa défense pour passer avant le retour de Ziggy de la Sissou Guard penalty box.
Forearm penalty on England. What a one-on-one effort here out front, and just past the engagement zone, lead jammer is awarded to England and Delta strike. Big takedown coming into turn 1. Stout defense here from France.
Ziggy qui se fait recycler par le pivot anglais, Lady Gaskell. 0-8 du côté anglais qui est envoyé en penalty box.
Ziggy nearly out, but knocked out and run back by the captain, Lily Gaskell.
Regardez ça, ça ne bouge pas. C'est pareil, il va falloir venir aider ou faire quelque chose. Ça y est, Ziggy. Retour sur le track, retour dans le pack. Et c'est la fin de ce jam.
Ziggy rolls into the pack as the jam ends. 3 points total for England, bringing their total to 31. It's 10 for France. 11 minutes into the game. Lead so far, England with 6 and France twice picking up lead jam.
Du côté des lead jam, on a 2 lead jam du côté de la France et 6 du côté anglais. On est reparti avec Chloé David, équipe de France Roller Derby, Dixie England Roller. C'est des parts de jam incroyables où ça bloque directement des triangles formés et ça ne bouge pas. C'est la 3e fois qu'on voit cette formation.
Oh, the soul suck here on Chloe David gets knocked out and run back into the apex of 3-4. But a great recovery, stays in bounds and is through.
Chloé David pour ce lead. Les tribunes en feu ici. Ouh.
Great effort there by Black to take down Ziggy in the turn. Reset 20 feet back. We have a star pass now for England. First of the game for them. Ziggy tapped to the infield and calls it off as Black was coming around as the new jammer for England.
3 nouveaux points pour équipe de France Roller Derby, ce qui fait 13-31 pour l'instant.
Huge thanks going out to 187 Killer Pads, industrial strength materials, unmatched ergonomic design, unparalleled experience. That's 187 Killer Pads.
Et on est reparti. 36-15 Tamer du côté français. Misty Maven en intérieur du côté anglais qui obtient le lead. Star Pass du côté français sur Bonnie Taggle. Bonnie Taggle qui va essayer de rattraper le retard de ce pack qui avance très très vite.
Bonnie Taggle taking the Star Pass for France as England slides through for 4 points and calls it off. That'll make our score no longer a palindrome. It's 35-13 in favor of England.
4 nouveaux points du côté d'England Roller Derby, ce qui nous fait le score de à 35. Ça s'élève à 35. Fairy Quake, la moche. Oh, la moche qui a l'avantage de la position et ça pousse très très fort. La moche qui obtient ce lead avec force.
Lemmer picking up lead jammer for France.
Caméra d'attaque qui est envoyée à la 6 secondes penalty box.
France losing a blocker to the penalty box, so it's even.
4 nouveaux points pour équipe de France Roller Derby. Oh.
A multiplayer block now on the French jammer Lemmer. So it's going to be power jam here for Fairy Quake, and we will go the full 2 minutes on this jam. Oh, and the Sisu Mouthguard penalty box is full of French players right now. 2 blockers and a jammer on this power jam for England.
Et oui, Fairy Quake qui a tout l'espace pour passer tranquillement, puisque l'équipe de France Roller Derby a été amputée de 3 bloqueurs, de 2, dont le jammer. Retour de Buzz sur le track.
France going to trade the blockers out of the penalty box. Now they're going to get a jailbreak, a blocker, and their jammer returning, but another scoring pass. 16 points so far for Fairy Quake. Power jam is over, but damage has been done, Moose.
Oui. Regardez cette défense. Des deux côtés, ça tient. Moche qui est au combat à l'avant.
Knockout and another run back. Lemaire a little slow to get up.
Je rappelle qu'on est sur un jam de 2 minutes.
And we have a track cut on one of the French blockers.
Nasty qui est envoyé en penalty box pour un cutting. Quatre nouveaux points pour équipe de France Roller Derby. England 55. Dernier jam d'England Roller Derby est de 20 points. C'est le plus marquant depuis le début de ce match. L'excité qu'on voit pour la première fois dans ce match face à Ellis. Ellis qui pousse fort à l'avant. Et ça passe pour Ellis. Jam lead pour England Roller Derby.
Ellis lead jammer for England coming around on the scoring pass. Cité has the star for France, gets drawn back, still hanging out around that WFTDI jammer line.
L'excité qui essaie toujours de perforer cette défense anglaise qui a l'air de tenir cette ligne très très puissante sur ses appuis. L'excité qui finit par trouver une brèche et passer. Ellis qui appelle la fin de ce jam.
England 7-0 for France on that one. Total right now 62-17. 12:28 left in the first half. We only had one scoreless jam for England and a bit of penalty trouble for France. So the French team is going to need to tighten things up a little bit, clean it up. They want to start forging a comeback here in the first half. There's a good start. Lead jammer, Chloe David.
Chloé David qui prend ce lead. Oh, le twist. Le twist qui passe pour Chloé David.
Great work by the French pack here. They've got the force out and run back. Oh, almost through the cut there. The thing goes into slow motion in the turn. And in fact, we're going to rewind.
Delta qui essaie de perforer cette défense. Ratatak qui vient faire le ménage aussi. Petit star pass sur Lady Gaskell du côté England.
Lady Gaskell taking the star pass. Great athletic maneuver there to stay in bounds. And that'll end the jam. France picking up 4 points. No points for England. Second pointless jam for England. Brings our score 62-21.
62 England. 4 nouveaux points du côté de l'équipe de France, ce qui monte à 21.
WFTDI jammer line sees action slightly up before the jam start. And who are our jammers, Moose?
Tamer, 36-15 Tamer du côté de la France. Et Dixie du côté anglais.
Dixie jamming for England, stuck in the back. Meanwhile, Lemaire up front. Tamer, sorry.
Tamer, lead jam, porté par ce public à Innsbruck.
Tamer sneaking in, kind of hiding behind that blocker.
Passage marquant pour Tamer et fin de ce jam. 4 nouveaux points pour la France. 25-62 pour le moment.
Back-to-back 4-0 jams in favor of France. Inching closer, 62-25. Favor of England currently.
Il reste un peu moins de 10 minutes dans cette première partie. Et on a déjà vu du très très beau jeu. Ziggy, star pass, Misty, Maven. Qui de Ziggy ou de Maven va passer en premier? Très beau recyclage du côté français sur le jump de England Roller Derby. Ça va très loin. Oh, tout le pack recule jusqu'au bout. Et oui, ça c'est stratégique. Ça a permis à Ziggy Starpass de passer, de marquer son passage, de passer son initial pass, pardon.
Ziggy Starpass picking up lead jammer after that long run backwards. And Misty Maven's perfect lead streak in this game has ended.
Ziggy qui préfère arrêter la fin de ce jump.
Ziggy into the pack, gets knocked out, calls it with 2 points going up on the board. 27 now for France. Again, no points for England. It's almost like they were listening to us and said, hey, maybe we should stop letting England score points. No, obviously that's the goal. So 72% right there.
La moche, Fairy Cake sur sa WTD Jamline. Ça impacte très fort à l'avant, du côté de la moche. Recyclage du pivot, avec le pivot Bonita Gueule du côté français sur Fairy Cake.
Oh, what a move! Dipping low, right around that last defender. Fairy Cake is lead jammer, but what a move!
Oui, c'était très beau à voir. La moche qui préfère arrêter ce jam maintenant.
Lamouche, what a... get the replay on Lamouche's move. Right there, getting out of the... wow. That was our first 0-0 jam move.
Chloé David, Elise. Chloé David qui essaie l'intérieur. Quel blocage du côté de l'équipe de France Roller Derby. Champagne qui recycle Elise. Tout le corps en dehors des lignes du track.
Oh, huge takedown right there on the straightaway. It's going to yield a forearm penalty. England's going to lose a blocker. Nope, scratch that.
Power jam du côté français. Elise qui a été envoyée en 6 secondes penalty box pour un forearm. La France qui va essayer de se réorganiser pour laisser le champ libre, pouvoir marquer les points.
Right, the forearm penalty was to Alice the Jammer, who is in the box, standing now as this power jam has not gone very far.
Il reste deux blocs à passer du côté anglais. Et ça pousse, c'est bon.
Out of play call and lead jammer awarded to France. Chloé David.
L'extérieur.
England losing their pivot to the box for a
No pass, no penalty.
with the head. So 4-2 pack advantage here for France.
Oh, le côté, l'extérieur. Ah non, recyclage du côté anglais. Qu'est-ce qui se passe du côté anglais? Elise qui essaie toujours de passer cette défense. C'était long. 3 nouveaux points pour l'équipe de France, 6 nouveaux points pour l'équipe de France, 33-62. Ça remonte progressivement. Rien n'est joué au roller, on le sait.
England not completing their initial pass on that last one. And that was the first time that Alice did not pick up a lead jammer. So big jam right there for France. Let's see if they can follow it up with another one.
36-15 Tamer. 36-15 Tamer.
Tamer, lead jammer, France.
Nous assistons à un star pass du côté anglais sur Lady Gaskell. Tamer qui a vu l'arrivée de Lady Gaskell et qui préfère coller avant son arrivée.
That was the 5th star pass for England. So they're definitely on top of getting that helmet cover out, or at least attempting to get it out as soon as France picks up lead, which is becoming more frequent.
De nouveaux points du côté de l'équipe de France, 35-62. Il reste 4 minutes, un peu plus, dans cette première partie. Nous avons un team timeout du côté anglais.
And this team timeout is brought to us by Crash Course. Crash Course helps busy roller derby athletes increase strength, endurance, and agility, conquer self-doubt, and create the habits of high performers to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life. Want to make 2-minute jams feel easy? Visit ChrissyCrash.com. Download the free off-skates roller derby training series. Life is a contact sport. Why not win, huh? And we are in a team timeout. First timeout for England. France took theirs early. Of course, both teams do get 3 timeouts for the game and an official review per half.
Ziggy Star passe, Dixie pour le prochain jam sur cette WFTDI Jam Line.
Off the WFTDI Jam Line, Ziggy Star pass will be the star bearer for France. And she'll be faced off against Dixie. Dixie pushing up through the inside, just off lane 1, picking up lead jammer.
Ziggy qui se fait recycler par la défense anglaise. Le cover à la main. Le twist côté anglais.
Active offense here coming from France, but England absorbing. Got a penalty for the French blocker. 4-3 package.
4 points pour Angleterre roller derby.
That was 6 jams with no points before England scoring on that 7th jam, number 14. Here they've got 4 points. They were stalled at 62 for a while. But we have a star pass for France, Sweeney. Not as many star passes as England thus far, but still active and very aware. Of course, teams at this high level, you see that more frequently. When the first team gets out, that star's got to come off. Whether you're stashing it, passing it, you've got to, unless you're just about to get out, you really want to throw a wrench into things, get the other team guessing, and get your star out one way or another.
On est reparti avec Fairy Cake pour England. Lamoche qui a pris solide du côté français. C'est en train de se réorganiser du côté de la défense. C'était un petit peu brouillon. Là, c'est en train de se remettre en place. Ça se reforme très vite.
Lead jam belongs to France, and that makes it even up in this game so far. Each team with half the lead and jammer statuses earned. That one will be called before the other jammer gets in there. If you're new to roller derby and joining us, that's why lead's so important. You can call it off before the other jammer scores any points.
37-70 pour le moment. Il reste 2 minutes dans cette première partie.
Jam by Lamoche there, picking up 2 points, bringing our score 70-37. England with the lead. Just under 2 minutes left to play in the first.
Chloé David, Misty Maven. Oh, c'est pack compact. Ouh, Chloé David qui trouve la brèche en intérieur et qui prend ce lead. Oh no, c'est un no pass, no penalty.
Yeah, did get bumped into the infield as that blocker who hit her out fell. And we've got a forearm penalty now on a French blocker, and a penalty being assessed to an English skater too, so it'll be 3-on-3 in the pack. The Jammer pendulum swings back England's way. Misty Maven is lead jammer.
Chloé David qui va devoir repasser tout le pack pour passer son passage marquant, son passage initial et ensuite pouvoir marquer des points. Deux blocs du côté d'England Roller Derby en 6 secondes penalty box. Chloé David qui a réussi à passer.
Great movement by Chloé David on that scoring pass. Comes around again.
Ouh, est-ce que ça va avoir marqué des points du côté français? Ah non, je pensais 4 nouveaux points du côté anglais. Ah si, 4 côté français aussi.
Chloé David, no more points, got close to the pack, but it was called off before any more were tallied. 4-4 jam brings us to 74-41. England with a 33-point lead in this third and fourth place game.
74-41 dans cette première partie. Tamer qui est parti face à Delta Strike.
Both teams losing a blocker to the box.
Lead de Tamer.
Lead jammer Tamer. Oh, and a huge takedown. And oh, we've got an injured skater on the track.
Gros hit, grosse chute du côté anglais.
Rough hit right there and the slow recovery. We will cut away while the medics take care of the skater. Big shout out to all of the medical staff working this weekend. I've heard of some bumps and bruises, some sprains. Didn't hear of one broken bone this weekend, but that's really been it. And I'd love to see the care about concussions too. I've seen a couple times where skaters have hit their head. Most have been very, very responsive to address it. I haven't heard anybody that had to sit for a concussion. But there you hear the applause as the downed skater is up and being assessed by the medical staff further.
On va terminer cette première partie sur ce dernier jam qu'on vient de voir et on se retrouve un petit peu plus de 14 minutes. 74, England Roller Derby, équipe de France 41.
So that was the end of the half. That jam did end with the call off for injury, but as it's not the end of the game, that can be the end of the jam for the half. We go into halftime here, 74-41 in favor of England. 30 minutes left to play for bronze here at the 2025 Roller Derby World Cup here at Olympic World in Innsbruck, Austria, brought to us by the Fearless Bruisers. I'm AK.
I'm Moustachat.
And we'll be back shortly for the second half.
First rule of Sisu is, wearing a mouth guard is cool. Say the word. Sisu! Second rule of Sisu is, use a thin mouth guard, not a big old gummy one. Say the word. Sisu! Third rule, pick your Sisu style. Fourth rule, talk, breathe, drink, easily. Sisu, Sisu, Sisu! The final rule of Sisu is, unlike others, you've got up to 20 times to remold it. Who's got Sisu? Sisu!
When it comes to roller derby gear that is trusted worldwide, Spank Alley has been in the game since day one, and we're still leading the pack. Our armbands are the strongest, most trusted on the market, with 3 styles that stay put through every jam, hit, and hustle. And guess what? Spank Alley jerseys are here. Ref, Pride, and Team styles. Velcro friendly, high quality, and custom made for everybody. Ready to level up? Hit us up on socials or head to spankalley.com to place your order. Because in roller derby, if you want to be the best, you better wear the best.
Roller derby is a great emancipator. It's the place where like-minded people gather. It makes me feel powerful and strong when I'm able to jump through the different blockers or do a spin move. Roller derby helped me remember that I'm an athlete. Roller derby allowed me to feel proud of my size and feel confident with the way I move and just be really proud to be the size and the shape that I am. That I'm just going to have a safe space to create and just spill my joy onto the track for everybody to see. Scald Eagle was always inside pre-derby, but actually getting into roller derby allowed me the space to like amplify that part of my personality.
I often play for the little 14-year-old Lauren inside of me, and I try to make her proud. I love roller derby.
Pre-derby me was one thing and post-derby me is another. And being able to really step into my full personhood within this environment has just been identity amplifying. So obviously I've always been a bit of a ham, but this is just so much more than that for me. Scald Eagle was always inside pre-derby, but actually getting into roller derby allowed me the space to like amplify that part of my personality. And the legacy part also like definitely feels impactful for me to feel like I've made a mark on this world, even if it's in this small little niche. Part of that legacy and part of that amplification, I guess, has certainly been absolutely facilitated by S1, best helmet company, best protective gear company since 2006, and they have been by roller derby side, which has felt like by my side that whole time. Whoop! Hey, I'm Scald Eagle, and I wear the S1 Lifer helmet with medium Terry liners. When I'm hitting the track, the last thing I want to be thinking about is how my gear is fitting. My S1 derby gear is just set to jet. I can't live without it. S1, protecting roller derby since 2006.
They call it a sport, but we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos on a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation from the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, everybody. We've got you covered.
To me, roller derby means home. Since I was a kid, I've been skating with my father in skating rinks, empty parking lots, so it's just in my DNA. Haven't had a time in my life I haven't been on skates. Every time I strap up my skates, snap my helmet, strap my pads, and step onto the track, I know that I'm just gonna have a safe space to create art for all the people on the track, and I'm just filled with joy and just spill my joy onto the track for everybody to see. I love roller derby. Hey, I'm Jess Hart, and I wear the S1 Lifer Visor helmet with medium rad liners. S1 has meant safety, security, and peace of mind. Every time I hear that click, I know my head's protected, and I don't have to worry about anything except being joyful, having fun with my friends, and putting on a great show for everybody.
Hey, I'm Lily Gaskell. I rock the Lifer Visor helmet in standard sizing liners in size large. I've always worn S1 helmets up until really recently, and I've started rocking the visor now because I've hit my nose and you don't know what's going to happen until it happens. And so the innovation of the protection of the visor has just been, I'm never going back. I'm always going to rock a visor now.
Hey, I'm Lauren Much, and I wear the S1 Lifer helmet with medium rad liners. I've always felt supported by S1. I always appreciate how they've adapted along as the sport has evolved. I trust the gear, and I love wearing S1 gear.
Hello and welcome back to the 2025 Roller Derby World Cup here from Olympic World in Austria, brought to us by the Fearless Bruisers. I'm AK40 Ounce.
Et je suis Moustachat pour vous accompagner sur ce match Angleterre-France. Troisième place déterminée. Je vois que Eike a été mettre un petit peu de paillettes. J'espère que de votre côté, vous en avez fait pareil parce que c'est une finale. Finale pour la troisième place.
It's Sparkle Sunday, and the people said they needed more glitter, so I am nothing but here for you, the fans. And here to bring you some stats as well. After the first half, we have an even up 50% lead for both teams. Penalties are also pretty close. 15 penalties for the blockers on France, 1 for the jammer, 1 jammer penalty for England, and 14 trips to the box for their blockers. So only one penalty difference between the two. And it seemed like France had their penalty troubles early, and they seemed to come kind of all at the same time. And then again at the end, we had one where the box was full. And then England had a stretch where they didn't have any points. After scoring for the first 8 jams, they were held scoreless for 6 jams in a row by France.
Oui, du côté des pénaltys, on est quasiment à l'identique sur les deux équipes. Après le team timeout, du côté de l'équipe de France, ça s'est un petit peu calmé, mais ça s'est aggravé du côté anglais. Alors, on va voir ce que va donner la suite de ce match. On est à 74-41 pour cette deuxième partie.
So the longest scoring streak for France in the first half, 4 jams. Highest jam total, only 6 points, but the highest jam total for England was a 20-point jam. That really opened things up. That was a power jam early in the game. Right now our score differential stands at 33. It's 74-41, and we are about ready to play the last 30 minutes of this game 79 for Roller Derby World Cup 2025. Of course, the winners go home with bronze medals and the feeling of victory, and the losing team, well, they get to go to the after party at least.
Yes. Peu importe si on gagne ou on perd, on ira avec le cœur ici. En tout cas, toutes les tribunes sont françaises, 80% ici de supporters français. Ça se sent, ça porte aussi les joueurs du côté de l'équipe de France. Rien n'est joué au roller derby, on le sait. On peut remonter. L'Angleterre peut aussi continuer sa course. On ne le sait pas. 2 blocs de chaque équipe du côté de la Sisugard Penalty Box, alors que le jam a repris avec Tamer du côté français, Fairy Cake du côté anglais.
Tamer jamming for France, it's Fairy Cake for England.
Jam lead du côté de Tamer.
Lead jammer Tamer and France.
La Sisugard Penalty Box, c'est vidé.
And we have a skater down on the track after a big hit in turn 4. If you're just joining us, we did end the first half on a call-off jam for a down skater. That skater has returned with their team after being checked out.
Un impact puissant, oui, effectivement, qui a laissé à terre une personne de l'équipe de France roller derby. On ne sait pas encore comment ça se passe. En attendant, on peut quand même vous parler du côté de la Sisugard Penalty Box. Il y a, l'étoile d'Angleterre. Angleterre Roller Derby. Ça veut dire que l'équipe de France va sûrement démarrer en power start.
So while the skater is being attended, I want to take a quick look back at France's history coming into this. We have seen England in medal games prior. In the 2011 World Cup, they came out with bronze. The 2014 in Dallas, silver. And then, of course, in Manchester in 2018, they did fall out. They lost the 3-4 game and ended up 4th place. This is their redemption tour as they're seeing it. And this is the first time in a medal game for France.
Oui.
Yeah, starting out, they were participants in the original World Cup in 2011 in Toronto, Canada. They took 7th place. They made the round of 16 in 2014, and then in 2018 came out 6th. So regardless, they will end up higher than they ever have been. And of course, they would love to upset England and go home with those bronze medals.
Et oui, l'équipe de France qui va essayer d'arriver à cette 3e place, ce serait historique, légendaire. Pour l'équipe de France Roller Derby d'arriver dans le top 3 mondial en dessous de l'Australie et des États-Unis, mais rien n'est joué pour le moment. En tout cas, l'Angleterre est bien partie pour le moment pour être sur cette 3e place. On va voir, rien n'est joué. En attendant que les médics fassent leur travail, on va pouvoir vous dire quelques petites choses sur l'équipe de France aussi.
So some fun facts about the French team here. Skaters based in France, in Nantes, Paris, Toulouse, Lyon, Mernia, and Clermont-Ferrand.
You're doing well.
Thank you. I'm trying. That's what counts, right? They also have skaters from Malmo and London. There was a game between these two teams earlier this year on the 4th of May. It was a 128-82 victory for England. So a 30 announcer math, 46-point victory for England. And that one right now, they lead by 33, and we are back to the action.
Chloé David qui a donc ce Power Star pour démarrer avec l'équipe de France. Alors, l'extérieur, l'intérieur. On essaie de se réorganiser du côté anglais pour empêcher Chloé David de passer. Alors, on se confronte à ce triangle qui s'est déformé. Youp, ça se reforme pour empêcher Chloé David de repasser. On a des blocs qui tiennent très fort. Hein. Lady Gaskell, c'est du costaud.
And a great job by England's defense here. They have killed the penalty on Fairy Quake. Chloé David still slowed up here.
Je croyais que c'était Lady Gaskell et non, le pivot de England Roller Derby n'est pas Lady Gaskell, pardon. Regardez-moi ça, ça tient, il n'y a rien qui bouge.
Huge clearing block right now, and English Jammer finds herself right in the fray that Chloé David was already locked up in. We are right at the apex between turns 3 and 4, and we've got a direction of gameplay penalty on Fairy Quake.
La défense.
No, that was a blocker, my bad.
La défense anglaise qui est amputée d'un bloqué
That was Alley Cat.
De la penalty box.
I do apologize. I think I have glitter in my eyes. But that's what happens when things get sparkly here on Sunday. Maybe seeing some stars. Oh, what a hit right there. That's going to be illegal. That's blocking a down skater right there.
Évidemment. Ça va direct en sous-garde penalty box. Contact illégal, ce qui laisse le champ libre à Chloé David.
That jam was not only scoreless, but it was the jam that took the longest for lead to be obtained by either team. Black in the box for England. After a really...
Official du côté... official timeout collé du côté anglais.
Yeah, we have an official review right now. Coming
Demandé
from
par l'Angleterre, pardon.
France. No, it's England, pardon me. I'm all turned around. No, I'm just surprised. Again, this is stream. We can speculate a little bit, right? We can have a friendly conversation. I'm surprised France did not call for that penalty to be upgraded. That was a clean, beautiful hit, followed by just an aggressive swarm of the down skater. There's no question that she was doing that actively, and it continued for quite a bit. Relatively speaking, of course, a couple of seconds when you're in that position may seem like an eternity.
Oui.
So I am a little surprised that they did not at least ask.
Accept it, no?
Yeah.
L'Angleterre qui demande, je pense, à sortir son pivot de la Sisugard penalty box pour ce hit. Bon, on a très clairement vu que c'était un hit illégal puisque Chloé, la jambe du côté de l'équipe de France était à terre. C'est donc illégal.
The official review for England, they're looking for a track cut call on the blue jammer in turn 1. Say the jammer was hit out by white 1, 2, 3, 6 and did not re-enter behind the blocker who knocked him out.
Ok. Ça peut être aussi un petit peu stratégique de faire ça. Ça permet aussi aux équipes de se reposer.
see Dottie out there
Nous avons
for England having a discussion with the...
Shaolin, notre annonceur in-house, qui va venir nous donner les nouvelles. Non, ça a été refusé. Repart sur cette WTD Gemline. Lamoche, numéro 13. 17-06.
So England...
Misty pour England.
So England has lost their official review. No call on the alleged track cut stance. Misty Maven will take the start now for England up against Lamouche for France.
Lilov qui est envoyé en penalty box du côté français, alors que Lamoche essaie de passer en intérieur.
Forearm call on one of the French blockers. And now England going to lose a blocker for a forearm. And another French blocker to the box. So we've got 2 in there for France, 1 for England. And the lead jammer belongs to Lamouche. Has been spectacular this weekend. Great move right there. Turns around to play some defense at the last second. Because why not? You already got your points. And then she'll call it off as Misty Maven comes around for a scoring.
4 nouveaux points pour l'équipe de France Roller Derby, 45-78.
$78 for England, 45 for France. 4 minutes and change gone here in the second half of our penultimate match at Roller Derby World Cup 2025.
36-15 Tamer, Ellis du côté anglais. Ellis qui prend ce lead en extérieur.
Lead jammer now belonging to England. Ellis up against Tamer.
Oh! Ce bloc où les 2 personnes sont tombées en même temps en sandwich. Très beau recyclage de Champagne.
A big takedown on Tamer there. And Ellis on the scoring pass as England loses a blocker to the box on the forearm. A little surprised that Tamer didn't get up and go after that collision out front because it would have been a no pass, no penalty. You're already not lead, so just get on the scoring pass. She's now going to be on a scoring pass, but it'll be called off before there's an attempt to tally any points. 6-point jam for England makes it 84. France at 45.
Champagne qui est envoyé en sous garde penalty box. Ça signifie que l'équipe de France Roller Derby n'aura pas de pivot pour ce départ de jam. Chloé David, Dixie.
Chloé David for France up against Dixie for England.
Pack très compact. Ça ne se détache pas. 2 défenses collées. Oh, ici, ça se détache en twist. L'intérieur pour Chloé David.
Chloé David lead jammer. 16 points in the first half, average 2.66.
Boum. Chloé David qui passe et qui marque ses points. Qui colle.
And add to the total.
3 nouveaux points pour l'équipe de France Roller Derby.
And keeping the average consistent, 3 points there. We'll bring France up to 48. Number nerds, we've got a palindrome, 84-48 our score. Fairy Quake versus Lamoche in this next jam.
Lamoche sur l'avant, Lamoche en extérieur.
Lamoche, lead jammer France.
Lamoche qui analyse les intérieurs, les extérieurs. Lamoche qui s'est fait hiter illégalement par le pivot de l'Angleterre. Lamoche qui continue sa course au point.
Low block called on the pivot for England. Helps Limoges clear on the scoring pass, coming back around now for more. Really aggressive offense coming from Sweeney. But Limoges taken down hard in the turn, and now we'll have to run back.
Ouh, ça essaie de bloquer aussi du côté français pour empêcher Fairy Cake de passer. Ouh. Jam intense. 4 nouveaux points. 3 de plus, ça fait 7. 55 pour l'équipe de France, 84 pour l'Angleterre.
Jam 6 ends. 7 points France, 0 points England. 29 now the difference between these squads. 21-40 remains in the game.
Taginator qui part presque en même temps que Chloé David pour perforer directement ce mur. Essayer de laisser une petite brèche à Chloé David.
Chloé David with the power start. Down quick.
Oui, c'est un power start pour Chloé David puisque Fairy Cake était en penalty box. Le pack qui avance vite. Ouh là là! En arrière! Chloé David qui fait le show.
And allow me to translate. Ooh la la, Chloé David, lead jammer. Fairy Cake. Not far behind though.
Oh! Nouveau point pour l'équipe de France. 4 nouveaux points.
Chloé David manages to call it off perfectly in time. 4 more points for France. No points England.
59-84 pour le moment.
Second half leads France with 5. England only 1 lead jam here in the second half. We are dealing with a injured skater.
Un petit contretemps de type chute qui fait mal. Les médics sont sur place sur une bloqueuse du côté Angleterre. On va attendre avant que le jam reprenne.
And while we're waiting, how about a quick back look at the first half scoring? Misty Maven with 22 points for England, but the highest scorer for England, 24, was Fairy Cake. I saw 13 points coming from Ellis. Delta Strike with 7. And, of course, rounding things out, we had Dixie with 8. Now, you may notice that Rogue, absent, was injured, unfortunately, in the prior game, from what I understand, and has not obviously been skated, rostered here. That could make a difference in the long run here. That's one of those consistent jammers who, for years, has been a threat.
Yes.
Cheers now from the crowd. Our injured skater is back up under her own power and skating for over to the medic station to get looked at a little bit further here. So again, thanks to all of our medics.
Oui, merci beaucoup. Elle est en train de se faire ausculter, mais tout va bien. Elle a l'air de faire des câlins et de dire que tout va bien. Elle repart sur son banc. On repart avec ta mère, Misty, sur ce nouveau jam.
Lead jammers for France in the first half. Chloé David with 16. Limoges with 12. 7 points for Ziggy Starpass. And Tamer with 6. That was in the first half. They've all scored, I believe, here in the second half. Thanks again to Sonic, our producer, for feeding us the numbers. Again, we are live from the 2025 Roller Derby World Cup here, Olympia World, Austria, Innsbruck. What a beautiful city here, nestled in the heart of the Alps. Go outside, there's food trucks for the lounge when we're taking a break, and just surrounded by mountains and some of the most beautiful views in the world.
Oh. Bonnie Tagueul qui est dans la Sisugor penalty box. La défense de l'équipe de France un petit peu perturbée. Oh, Ah bah, même beaucoup.
And we've got a back block to the French jammer. So it is going to be a power jam here for England. England losing a blocker for the box. Keeping things even. Misty Maven is the lead jammer as Tamer sitting her 30 seconds in the Sisu Mouthguard's sin bin. Oh, fabulous footwork. Misty Maven tippy-toeing along the inside line, completing a scoring pass. It's only the second lead jam for England in this half, but a big one right here.
Tamer qui a le court cascade dans les mains, qui va essayer de repasser tout le monde. Ça passe pour Tamer.
Tamer with the stash and out. Now eligible to score. Both teams losing a blocker to the box. Tamer won't get an opportunity as that jam is called.
8 nouveaux points marqués par England Roller Derby, 92-59.
8-0 jam in favor of England brings our score now 92-59. 33 points, the difference. Still pretty consistently, we're hanging around that 33 points. Of course, we did have that 20-point jam that kind of broke things open in the first half, but the lead has been England's nearly the whole time.
Lamoche et lisse pour ce nouveau jam. Deuxième partie du match. Angleterre, équipe de France Roller Derby pour la 3e place. Moche qui prend ce lead.
Lamoche, lead jammer for France. To thunderous applause. England now getting back to full strength. France down to 2 blockers temporarily. This allows an easier scoring pass for Ellis. And Lamoche with lead will call it, get it in time. Great hustle by Ellis to skate through the 4th whistle there. And call off was timely enough. And 4 points on the scoring pass for Ellis, 2 points for Lamoche. 96-61 is our score. WFTDI is our jam line sponsor this weekend. Start every jam off knowing you're covered with WFTDI insurance. Keeping you on the track. Find out more at www.wftdi.com.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé là-bas? La course au jameux qui s'est finie par un hit avec Chloé David et Dixie. Dixie qui en a profité pour passer l'Apex. L'Apex qui ne passe pas, recyclé par Taginator.
Dixie with the apex jump, but then shut down, sent down, struck down into the infield, and now locked down by the French tripod.
Pack très compact dans ce virage. Chloé David qui va essayer de repasser avec l'aide de Taginator. C'est bon, c'est fait.
Chloé David is out from the initial pass, and the lead jam has been lost as Dixie is off to the Sisu Mouthguards penalty box with a back block. We've got a power jam for France.
Chloé David qui réussit de passer ce pack. 4 points pour équipe de France Roller Derby.
4 points for France. This power jam continues. Under 10 seconds now. Ellis standing in the box. Ellis out of the box and back in just ahead. Or, I'm sorry, that's Dixie. I'm on the last jam. Chloé David, however, gets locked up there as Dixie goes through, comes back around, and the call-off happens.
4 points du côté de l'Angleterre, 4 du côté de l'équipe de France. La barre des 100 points du côté d'England Roller Derby, 65 pour l'équipe de France.
A 4-4 jam brings us to 100-65. England has the lead, and we've got 15:52 left on a frozen clock.
Effectivement, 67 points pour l'équipe de France. Ouais, je pense que vous pouvez apporter
67. C'était 6 points marqués pour ce dernier jam du côté de l'équipe de France. La Sissou Guard penalty box est vide. On va repartir avec 4 blocs de chaque côté. Alors qu'on voit des câlins. Le Digaskel, Meven.
Okay, so we're in an official timeout right now. Thanks to Sonic for their speculation that the issue here may be the fact that the lead was given to England in that last jam before the back block penalty. That's right. As I mentioned, that lead had been lost, but the jam was called off by France. So, typically, if a jam gets called off by a jammer who was not given lead, that can be a penalty, even if it is an official's mistake. Now, if the official accidentally awarded lead, then of course it is not a penalty. We'll see what the officials come back with here as they're still in the middle of discussing.
D'aligner sur la WFTD Jamline, on avait Tamer, mais à mon avis, il va y avoir un petit changement. Oui, c'est bien Chloé David qui repart en penalty box. Lady Gaskell qui est alignée pour l'Angleterre.
Vous commencez à fatiguer là, j'ai l'impression. Après 4 jours, vous commencez à avoir la voix générale.
Lady Gaskell pour l'Angleterre. Lady Gaskell, un gabarit très très haut, très impactant. On le sait, bam, l'Apex qui passe. Et oui.
Lily Gaskell, first time taking the star off the start, is lead jam on the power jam. Penalty was assessed to Chloe David for that improper call off. And with a, again, 33-point lead, big opportunity here for Lily Gaskell. Put some padding up on the scoreboard for England.
Lily Gaskell qui va en profiter pour essayer de marquer tous les points possibles pour creuser l'écart de l'Angleterre. Retour sur le track de Chloé David. Ouh, alors que ça s'organise, mais alors c'est très très compact. On ne sait même pas de quel côté on est. Hop là, ça fait un petit peu le ménage du côté français. Et ça laisse passer Chloé David.
Chloe David out of the box. Penalty is over. Snuck through with the star stash and puts the pressure on. Forcing the call off by Lily Gaskell, who did pick up 8 points, so a successful power jam to the tune of 2 passes. Makes it 108 to 67. 41 points.
8 points de plus pour Angleterre. 108 à 67. Team timeout demandé du côté français.
And we are in a Team France timeout. And team timeouts are brought to us by Crash Course, helping busy roller derby athletes increase strength, endurance, and agility, conquering self-doubt, creating habits of high performers to help them become all-stars and MVPs, both on the track and in life. If you want to make 2-minute jams feel easy, visit ChrissyCrash.com to download the free, I said free, All Skates Roller Derby Training Series. Life is contact sport. Win with Crash Course. We would also like to send thanks out to 888. Upgrade your safety with Derby-driven innovation. 888 pads. Helmets, 187. 888 helmets. A staple for many of these skaters.
Lamoche. Misty. Lamoche en intérieur. Ça
Track
se
goes
relève.
with the takedown just in turn 2. But Lamoche is still lead champ. Crashes into the pack there and then gets cinched up by the English defense. Calls it just before that jammer for England can get into the pack.
Un point marqué par l'équipe de France Roller Derby grâce à ce jam. Du côté des pénalties, on a 25 pénalités du côté anglais contre 26 pour la France. On est quand même très proche en termes de fautes.
Penalties still just about even. 25 for England, 26 for France.
Bonnie Tagel qui est toujours dans la session de garde penalty box.
Both teams with 3 trips to the box as the jammer 2 in this half aside. 1 in the box right now as we start this jam. France down 1 blocker for Tamer, but Ellis is out with lead for England. Tamer free of the pack now too. And speeding around the track, really putting on pressure here. So they'll force a quick call off from Ellis.
4 nouveaux points du côté anglais, 112. Retour sur le track de l'excité qu'on n'a pas vu depuis la première partie du côté français. Face à Fairy Cake sur cette WFTD Jam Line.
Very quick for England. France sending Lexi out with the star. Slow pack, and England rocking the sideways slide. Picking up the lead jammer is very quick. Leading scorer in the first half. Big takedown right there. Great positioning. The French pack. But they're starting to get spread out. England, phenomenal job of trapping in the back of the pack. As 4 points go up for England. Very quick.
Et c'est la fin de ce jam. 4 nouveaux points du côté de l'Angleterre. 7 avec ce dernier passage marquant. 119 à 68. Il reste à peu près 12 minutes dans cette dernière partie de cette finale pour la 3e place. Équipe de France Roller Derby, Angleterre.
Allez, donnez un petit peu d'amour pour l'équipe de France.
S1 makes the best quality and most innovative protective gear, no matter how you roll. Best fit, best protection equals a Lifer helmet. Get a Lifer, be your Lifer, the S1 Lifer. Find out more at s1helmets.com. Thank you, S1, for sponsoring this track 1 here at the Roller Derby World Cup 2025. Moose, what's going on the track? Tell the
Chloé
people.
David qui est à l'avant du pack, qui essaie de perforer cette défense anglaise. Dixie qui s'est fait recycler par Buzz en essayant de passer la défense française. On reste bloqué après le premier virage.
Coming off the highest scoring jam of this game, 8 points only. This has been a defensive battle. England starting to pull a little bit ahead now, 51-point lead as we've got just under 11 left to play. Both teams keeping things locked down on defense at the moment. We do have a high block and a forearm. That's going to be a power jam here for France. That forearm was assessed to England's jammer.
Oh, ça passe. Chloé David qui a le lead. Dixie qui a été envoyé en session garde penalty box pour un forearm. La défense française qui s'organise.
Chloé David.
Oui, ça vient l'aider. Champagne qui fait une petite assist. L'intérieur. 4 points pour l'équipe de France.
France putting together a solid power jam here with Chloé David. It's bumped to the infield on this scoring approach and then ground down to the outfield. See the French blockers jumping back in from the penalty box and guarding the run back. That'll force the call off there. 5 points total for France on that power jam. 119.73 is the total.
Ce power jam qui a été bénéfique à l'équipe de France, plus que 5 points de marqué, ce qui monte le score à 73 pour l'équipe de France. Angleterre à 119. Lady Gaskell du côté anglais face à la moche. C'est très très agile des deux côtés. Lady Gaskell qui prend le lead. Oh non!
Lady Gaskell thought she was lead, but no. She's off to the Sisu Mouth Guards penalty box. It's a forearm call on England's jammer. Power Jam France.
La Moche qui passe tout le monde.
Lamouche with a smooth move, picking up lead jammer. Off the near straightaway, coming back around. Dipping low. 4 points for France. A forearm penalty called on one of England's blockers now. They're going to be down to 3. And again, Mustang in bounds on the inside line. 8 points on this power jam.
La table du stream est en feu, je peux vous le dire. 8 points de marqués par la Moche pour ce jam.
Power jam has ended. Lily Gaskell still has to finish her initial pass as she was awarded that penalty exiting first stanza. Won't matter though because the star has been passed and that will end the jam. Lamouche slow to get up after that hit.
Quel jam intense. 11 points marqués par l'équipe de France. C'est le plus gros jam pour l'équipe de France, ce qui fait monter le score à 84. L'écart se creuse.
Biggest jam of the half, 11 points for France. Brings them up to 84. Back to a 35-point difference.
L'écart ne se creuse pas en fait, hein, pardon. L'écart se rapproche. Ziggy Star pass, Misty.
Misty Maven versus Ziggy Star pass here. We do have a forearm call coming from the infield. It does not appear to be a jam.
Champagne qui est envoyé en 6 secondes penalty box.
Champagne, time to the box here.
Ça pousse très fort du côté anglais pour essayer de perforer cette défense française. Ouh, ça tient, ça tient. Sweeney qui tient jusqu'au bout. Hop, ça récupère. Du côté de Caméra d'attaque.
Some phenomenal blocking by Sweeney, slowing up Misty Maven, but you can only hope to contain her for so long. She is out, lead jammer for England.
Ziggy qui essaie l'extérieur.
Ça passe sur les tampons.
A nice move there by Misty Maven to finish scoring pass.
Ziggy qui se retrouve avec deux bloqueux de la Team England. L'intérieur pour Ziggy.
Nice lateral movement from Ziggy. Star pass to break free. In her initial pass, Misty Maven bumped to the ref lane and calls the jam. As a direction of gameplay penalty being assessed right at the end of that one. So France will start this next jam down a blocker. It'll be a 4-3 pack advantage off the WFTDI jam line.
125 à 84 pour le moment. Il reste 5 minutes de jeu dans cette dernière partie. Tamer à 36-15 du côté français. Ellis du côté anglais. Ellis qui en a profité pour passer en extérieur.
Lead jammer now, Ellis. England with the lead and time on their side, 5.5 left in this match.
Staginator qui récupère le cover et qui devient l'étoile. Ellis a compris l'astuce et a préféré appeler la fin de ce jam. 4 nouveaux points pour Team England.
Star pass right at the end there for France, but it gets called off nearly immediately. 129 for England, 8-4 for France. 45 points is the lead for England. Got 4 minutes and 54 seconds left in the game. France has their official review and a timeout left as far as stoppages go.
La Moche, Fairy Cake. Ouh, Lady Gaskell qui est envoyée en penalty box pour un multiplayer.
Multiplayer block on Lily Gaskell removes the pivot option for England, but that doesn't matter because they pick up lead jammer.
La 6 penalty box qui se remplit d'un bloc de la Team England. Oh, et aussi de la Team France.
Both teams losing a blocker to the box on that scoring pass for England. Derek Quake coming around again for another scoring pass. So we have another star pass here for France. That'll be their 5th of the game. 6 total so far for England.
8 points de marqués par England Roller Derby, ce qui monte leur score à 137-95 pour l'équipe de France.
Take a look at some replay action here. Nice offensive sweep. Back to live pre-jam here. Nearly capacity crowd, still having a blast. I mean, how can you not? Watching some of the best roller derby in the world. 2 great teams, literally 2 of the top 4 best teams in the world. Right here, putting on a great show for everybody. 9 leads for England, 9 leads for France. It's staying even. Well, it's going to be uneven right now because that's the 10th lead jammer status obtained by England. Dixie with the star. This is Tamer. Dixie will call it, but there. Almost picked up some points right there. That was very close. Great job by Dixie. Nice awareness. Pointless jam there, but England does have control here. 137-84. We're under 3 minutes left.
Misty Meren, Chloé David alignés sur cette WFTD Jamline. On est à 2 minutes, un peu plus de 2 minutes sur la fin de ce match. Ça part très très vite du côté de Misty. Les triangles qui se sont directement écartés dans le parc. Lady Gaskell qui revient de penalty box et qui vient aider. Ce qui permet le passage de Misty.
Misty Maven is lead jammer for England.
Champagne qui est envoyé en Sisugard penalty box.
Chloe David looking for a star pass, but the pivot is in the box right now for France, so it's on Chloe David to get out on her own. Well, of course, she can get some help from her friends. They can manage to break apart England's defense. It has been incredibly tight this weekend. Of course, we've seen that all game. Low-scoring game. France yet to break 100. England only at 141, and we've seen 400, 500-point games this weekend. But when you get these tight defensive teams up against each other, you're looking more in the 100 and 200. Yeah, blocking with the head penalty will send Nasty to the box for France. And now, pivot out of the box into the completed star pass.
Champagne qui récupère le cover. Et c'est la fin de ce jam.
And the penalties really coming back to get France here. Was pretty even coming into the second half. France, however, has got 6 more penalties than England. And it really was that power jam that Lily Gasco was able to capitalize on. Started the momentum, it feels like.
Oui. C'est tendu du côté français. 2 jammeux dans la penalty box. L'excité face à Delta. Peut-être le dernier jam.
Forearm penalty being called here. Ready for the skater to leave the track, and it is France now down 3 blockers, and lead jammer belongs to England. Delta Strike has control of this game. Jam time eclipses period time, which is at 10. Delta Strike gonna finish strong.
Delta qui regardait le score, qui regardait le temps et qui a préféré coller la fin au moment des 0 secondes. 149. Angleterre, équipe de France 84, ce n'est pas officiel. On va attendre la confirmation. Oui, c'est officiel. 149 à 84, victoire de l'Angleterre. L'Angleterre qui obtient cette 3e place en Coupe du Monde Roller Derby 2025 ici à Innsbruck.
Cue the music, break out the bronze medals, and put some tea on, because England are back on the medal stand. Their 3rd time in 4 World Cups after coming in 4th place in 2018. Their redemption arc is complete here. They hang on to win, have a great second half, really a great 4th quarter to lock down. They rely on their jammers even without Rode. They put it together. They look to Lily Gaskell in a time of need, and she comes up big, gets the momentum rolling. They finish out 149 to 84, victorious here in the bronze medal game number 79 of the 2025 World Cup. Congratulations, England Roller Derby, on your victory. And I have to say, what a weekend, what a great performance by France continuously throughout this tournament.
Mais quel travail aussi de l'équipe de France pour arriver